If you are interested in starting your own podcast, we use Buzzsprout because it is simple and easy to use. Buzzsprout can get your show listed on every major platform while giving you the resources for a great podcast website, audio players that can drop into other websites, detailed analytics to see how people are listening to your podcast, and tools to promote your episodes. Podcasting isn't hard when you have the right partners, and that is why over 100,000 podcasters are already subscribed to Buzzsprout to get their message out to the world. Following the link in our episode descriptions lets Buzzsprout know that we sent you. So in return, you will receive a $20 Amazon gift card from Buzzsprout while signing up for a paid plan. Most importantly, every subscription through our link is always appreciated and helps support our show so we can continue delivering the quality content that you guys listen to. That being said, back to the show.
Hello and welcome to Comic Book Junkies. I'm Andrew,
This is Joe.
and this time it's a little bit of this or that. We're gonna go through, we're gonna look at some books, we're gonna say, do we want this, do we want that? You know what I'm saying?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that, maybe a little bit less of this, a little bit less of that. I don't know.
A little column A, a little column B.
Yeah. We'll find out as we go, but we're gonna look at some books here, kind of go through some big tunas, maybe some slightly smaller tunas. But more or less just kind of decide between a couple books and we'll kind of discuss why, what's cool about it, what sucks about it, which one's the better investment, which one's probably the better deal. Whatever, dude. Gonna start this or that in between books, bro.
I got some minnows prepared for us too, some small books, just to keep it
Oh,
light.
good. Okay, cool. Well, let's get it started then. Do you want to start off with like a big tuner first?
Hit me.
I honestly barely even know how I want to do this because I kind of know some of your answers. So let's try and make it a tougher one. First, this or that. Would you want a Tales to Astonish 13, first appearance of Groot? Or would you want a Strange Tales 89, the first appearance of Fin Fang Foom?
Oh, you caught me off guard with that one. Gee golly.
Gee whiz.
My initial reaction is that I would imagine that the Groot is worth more, but I personally enjoy Fing Fang Foom more as a character than I do Groot. So I guess from an investment standpoint, I would probably take the Groot and keep my feelings aside out of it, depending on how big the difference is financially. But if we're talking about like the difference of like 100 or 200 bucks, at that point, I'm thinking more about my personal collection and taking the Fing Fang Foo. I guess in
Yeah,
this scenario, they're both a 4.0, let's call it.
sure.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I would have to research how much they're going for. If we're talking about a difference of 1,000, like I don't care how lame the character is, I'll probably just take the better deal. But if it's a difference of like I said, like 100 or 200 bucks, I'm gonna take the Fing Fang Foo.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going off the Strange Tales 89, the Fin Fang Foom, just based off of I want that book for real. But like Tales to Astonish 13 is like pretty expensive. So I mean, I guess we didn't really flesh this out, I guess, on if we're talking like all things equal or if we're talking about just like current market value. Because I mean, once you get all things equal, or like let's just say like what? Like a 2.0 Tales to Astonish 13, or do you want like a 4.5 Fin Fang Foom? Let's say that they're the same price. You're gonna take the nicer Fin Fang Foom if they're the same price, right? Or do you still think the investment of the Groot, the potential because of how old it is?
All right, give me the exact issues again. I'm just gonna research it on the spot and give you my answer.
Tales to Astonish 13,
Okay, Tales
and
to
then the other one's
Astonish.
and Strange Tales 89.
So we're saying that this Tales to Astonish is a 2.5.
Sure.
Okay. And then title of the other book.
Strange Tales 89.
And we're talking about a 4.5.
Sure.
I,
This is good
I,
radio.
yeah, I'm taking I'm taking I'm
That air.
taking the nicer Fing Fang Foom.
No, I mean, yeah, I'm probably doing the same thing. I'm probably just gonna take that regardless. I do kind of like want a Groot, but they're so hard to find and they're so damn much. Isn't it wild?
Yeah, it is wild because it's so niche,
How
you
much
know.
if you're looking at it, how much is that like 225-ish range running?
It's like 1,500.
1,500 for a two?
Yeah, but you're talking about 1,100 probably for like a 4.5 on the Fing Fang Foom. So since we're talking 300 bucks, I'm getting the nicer copy and the character I like more in this situation. But if it was just a skosh more expensive, I would probably go with the Groot at that point.
maybe we should just go all things equal, I guess. Like a, just a this or that in general. I don't, if we start getting into specific prices and researching too much, I feel like we're gonna get lost in the weeds.
I agree. But
But
I mean, enjoy our workshopping as we go. This is a little improv for us. So,
yeah, that's
first
how the sausage is
example
made.
isn't great. We're going to pivot on this episode and do books of the same condition. So, let me hit you with one. All right. So,
Sure.
would you rather have X-Men 94 or Silver Surfer 1?
I'm gonna go. Oh, that's a toughie. I've had a Silver Surfer one before, so I feel like that might play into my answer. I might get the. Oh, shoot. Yeah. If they're both at the LCS, they're both sitting there for like the same cost. Oh, that would be tough. I mean, me personally, I'm probably taking the X-Men 94 just because I've never had one. I've had the experience of owning a Silver Surfer, and while it was cool, obviously it was cool enough to also sell. The X-Men 94 has eluded me for a while, and now that the X-Men and Wolverine collection's kind of growing, that'd be kind of nice in the box. That being said, I am still looking at getting another Silver Surfer one. I just think the excitement of not having the X-Men 94 plays into it, but it's honestly closer than I thought it'd be. Because my rule of thumb would be like, yeah, I'll take the Silver Age book over the Bronze one. But I don't know, something about that book I like. I have a feeling I know. Well, I guess I don't know your answer. Which one would you take? I know you're not a big 94 cover guy, but you've also never been like a origin of character guy, but it is also a one.
Yeah, two
You do like
trash
the premiere
books.
issue.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I see both of them sitting there for 500, let's call it, right? I'm taking the X-Men 94, to be honest with you,
Yeah. Isn't that
because
crazy?
it is crazy because the cover is way cooler for Silver Surfer 1,
Facts.
and I love the Marvel premiere stuff, and I love
Yep.
Silver Surfer. But in that same breath, X-Men 94 relaunched the X-Men that I love, and I already have a really awesome X-Men collection going on. I don't really have a Silver Surfer collection.
True.
So I would go X-Men 94.
You don't want a first appearance of Shala Ball or the origin of the surfer, though?
You know how I feel about Origins.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you know what? I got one for you. You want a
Okay.
Too Much Dracula 10 or a Marvel Spotlight 5?
See, I enjoy Blade more as a character than I do Ghost Rider. And to be honest, I'm going to say it ahead of time. I think that your Marvel Spotlight 5 is a better investment, but I try to think of PC first, and those books are probably similar in cost. Let's call it $700. I'm going to go Tomb of Dracula 10.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
I'm
get
going,
me a Blade.
yeah, I'm going Marvel Spotlight 5. I really like both books a lot. This one's actually really close. And I do love Blade. The Blade movies are great, other than the third one. But I don't know. There's just something about Ghost Rider and that I think I'd like the cover to Marvel Spotlight 5 just a little bit more. Even though the cover to Tomb of Dracula 10 is also pretty cool. I like the blue especially, but I don't know. I'm a sucker for the Ghost Rider.
And before we go forward, too, back to the first question I asked you between the Silver Surfer 1 and the X-Men 94. I think the Silver Surfer 1 probably would go for a little more money than an X-Men 94 right now in the same grade. But I actually think the X-Men 94 is the better investment. I think for a Bronze Age to have the same price as like a Silver Age book is a sign that it's appreciating quicker than the Silver Age book.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I just think that also, I mean, while Silver Surfer probably shows up in the MCU eventually again, I think that the X-Men are just more of the pop culture kind of vibe. Like, I feel like that's just going to have a higher floor for all time because everybody loves the X-Men.
Big facts. Well, I guess let me hit you with another one. Are you taking Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen 1, or are you taking an Albedo number 2?
Slam dunk Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen 1. You can hear my thoughts on Albedo 2 in our, what is it, the Copper Age breakdown we did. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, unless we're talking like a high grade Jimmy Olsen, the Albedo 2 is probably the more expensive book, probably the more scarce book, but I largely don't give a shit about it. And I do have a Lois Lane one, so I would love to pair it with the Jimmy Olsen one. That and it's really hard to find. I don't even know that I've seen one in person, and if I have, I've seen it like once. So I think I take the Jimmy Olsen.
Wholeheartedly agree. And this is one book where it could be $1,000 difference, and I'm still going Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter to me. It's just more of a philosophical thing at that point. It's like, do you want Albedo 2 in your collection, or do you want like a really hard to find Silver Age book? It's not hard for me.
Word.
I
Well,
got one.
sure.
Would you rather have a I feel like I know your answers on these, so I hate asking, but like, would you rather have Adventure Comics 247, First Legion of Superheroes, or would you rather have a Detective Comics 233?
Legion is tempting already because of my Superman collection.
Where do you go with that real scarce Batman key?
Yeah, I'm definitely going I'm going Legion here.
Yeah,
Yeah, you have to. Just because I think it's the better investment. I think both considered the Legion would be worth more. I'm a bigger Superman fan and not as much as I love Batgirl, I don't really care for Batwoman.
well, would you rather have the Detective 225, the Martian Manhunter, or the Adventure 247?
I'm going to be taking The Martian.
Yeah,
That is a better investment, and I think it's the better content. Like
yeah,
Martian Manhunter is way cooler than the Legion.
yeah, I agree.
I don't know how deep into the detective I would get, but if I got as low as Detective 225, I don't think I would need anything older than that from Detective Comics.
Interesting. But then,
Is
okay,
there
let's do
anything
something a
older
little
than 225 that like is affordable?
offhand. I mean, 225 isn't even affordable. So yeah, probably not. But there's a bunch of cool stuff in there that you know, if you probably wait and stuff, there might be something, but probably all in a similar price range. But let's see if we can get a little bit closer then. Adventure 247 or Batman 121, Mr. Freeze.
Ooh, man, I like Freeze way better than I like the Legion. That's another book where it'd be like, if that's the oldest book in my Bat collection, we're cool. And to be honest, I think that they're probably priced pretty similarly. I'm gonna go with the Freeze. How about yourself?
Okay. I'm probably taking the Freeze as well. That is pretty early.
So you're
Um,
taking The Martian, you're taking
yeah.
Freeze, and are you taking Batwoman or no?
No.
Okay.
No, I'd rather have the Legion too, I think. But shoot. Okay, so we knocked out a few there. What was the other one I just had on the tip of my brain? Think I lost it. It was the Batman. Oh, it was Batman 121 and Adventure 210, the first crypto.
Oh my God. The
Yeah,
content is similar to me. In fact, I think I might like crypto more than I like freeze, as crazy as that is. I
that's
mean,
cool.
there's better stories with freeze than there are crypto, but crypto, I'm just a dog person in general and a Superman guy, and I love the wholesomeness of it. I'm gonna go crypto.
Yeah, I mean, I for
It
the
would
same
not.
reasons.
I I think that the freeze is probably going to be the more popular opinion there.
Oh yeah, probably. But there is something about like those like earlier adventure books and Crypto's sweet. I don't care if he's like more of a footnote compared to Mr. Freeze, but like Crypto's sick. What are you talking about? Especially the way he's mangling up people and that whatever happened to the man of tomorrow. He's
I I wish I had a super dog.
facts.
That'd be
Mine's
so
super
cool.
annoying.
Yeah. Well, that's a good question. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the crypto, unpopular opinion. If you look at
Nice.
the covers, you might understand why. There's just
Yeah,
something
it's
happy-go-lucky about crypto.
for real.
All right. Well, I got another one for you. Would you rather have an Action Comics 242, which is first Brainiac,
Yep.
or a giant size X-Men one?
Well, seeing as I have both, this is doesn't really matter, but I'm probably taking the 242 because it's rare. The giant size is crazy, but like Brainiac's sick. I don't know. I'm gonna take the Silver Age Superman book all day. How about
It's
you? I mean, I'm sure it's the same, dog.
a tough one. I had the amount of money to buy one or the other, and I ended up buying the Action Comics 242.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, my actions will speak for me.
Mm-hmm.
However, I do think that the giant size X-Men's the better investment.
Interesting. You think so? I mean, it'll probably be more popular,
That's what
but
I
I
mean. There's like certain books like Venom, Punisher, Giant Size that will just kingpin, will just sell by cover alone. I just feel like there's such a high demand for certain books in this industry, and regardless of the age, what happened in the book, that book is kind of immortal.
yeah, I agree. Well, you have these two, I guess. Would you rather have the giant size or a Supergirl 252?
I don't got a giant size.
Oh yeah. Oops. Just sneak
Damn.
dissed you on accident.
I
No,
know.
dude, I'm over here in turmoil. Like my stomach's going crazy and I'm zoning out. Just letting everyone know.
Okay. Um,
Yeah, dude, I'm like in a fugue state right now, just sitting here, just trying to put my hard hat on and buckle down and podcast, but holy shit, it feels like someone just put kryptonite in my stomach.
my man's fighting a turtle right now.
Yeah, dude, Prairie Dog,
I
Jimmy
mean,
Olsen, Turtle Man.
I'm taking the Supergirl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
The
in your
double act.
hierarchy, you're taking the 252 over the giant size over the 242. Very interesting.
I don't know
252.
if I would take 252 and 242 are kind of even to me.
But you just said you take giant size over 242. And you just said you take 252 over giant size.
No, I said I'd take 242 over giant size. I said the giant size is the better investment, but I said my actions were speaking louder than words. I had the money for both and I ended up buying a 242.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah. So giant size would be my third option if I had the money for all three, even though if I was, they're all the same price, and technically the giant size might be like the best investment in my opinion. But I would, between the 252 and the 242, I bought a 252 before I bought a 242, but that was just opportunity. That wasn't preference. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like there was just one in my price point and I was there that day. But to be fair, it's also way lower grade than my 242. It's a tough one. I'm gonna go 252 if they're the same condition, only because it's a double appearance in
makes
that
sense.
you get Supergirl and you get Metallo. And I think I like Supergirl just as much as Brainiac, so the second appearance does make a pretty big difference
Yeah.
there. So yeah, what about you?
I guess, I mean, I feel like the better book's going to be the 252. Opportunity was that I got a 242 first on the opposite end there. I guess I'd probably take 252 if they were both sitting there. Because like you said, double up. I don't know. Something about 242 because other than like Lex Luthor, it's like you're getting his like biggest villain, but then you're getting his cousin and the other one, and she's like a hero. So I don't know. It's tough. But I guess I'd eke it out with the 252 slightly over the 242 even though I think both are excellent. Let's change it up, do an indie book one. How about, would you
Real
want the
quick,
Albedo too?
I think the 242 is more of a Superman book, where the 252s you can just like DC in general.
Sure.
There's some weird connotation I have where like Showcase 22, Action Comics 252, Green Lantern 1. There's these few books that are kind of like really iconic for the Silver Age of DC, and I just feel like I see the cover of 252 way more often, where like you're with 242, you're getting his villain specifically. You know what I mean?
Sure. I don't know. It's still definitely a Superman book. I mean, it's just an iconic book. I don't know, man.
I feel like it's a Superman book for sure, but I feel like it kind of like transcends Superman. I feel like people who don't like Superman still might like Supergirl, but you
I
might
don't
not like
know.
Brainiac if you're not really into Superman.
I can't speak to that. I don't know, brother. You just
I
be
don't know. But
talking about
you were gonna
stuff.
say indie.
Well, this one sucks now. I was gonna say Albedo 2 or the Crow issue 1.
I
Isn't
guess
that a
the
weird one?
Crow, bro. I don't know. I don't mess with El Beto too.
Albedo or Alfredo? One bowl of Alfredo or a slabbed Albedo?
I guess if we're comparing it to food, I would sacrifice one meal to get a
It's
$2,000 book that I could sell. I don't
That's
know.
the most that I would sacrifice is one meal for that fucking thing.
Right.
My stomach hurts right now, and I'd rather still face a bowl of Alfredo than fucking be handed that thing.
Yeah, your stomach's and knots. Are you eating a bowl of Alfredo or are you coughing up $1,000 for Beto too?
Dude, screw that thing. I don't want it near me.
Man, the only way I would ever buy an El Beto 2 if it was less than $300 and it was nice. So it's not
Yeah,
happening.
or if someone had a gun to my head. I'm just gonna die on this hill, dude. I don't give a shit about that book. It's furry. It's encouraging the wrong things, dude.
Yeah, it is. It's morally wrong.
You want to know why there's fursuits at
It's like
Comic-Con?
buying a first edition of Mein Kampf. It's just like, whoa. It's like, what kind of sicko does crap like that?
Yeah, I
I don't
mean,
care what it's worth.
yeah. Okay, would you would you rather have Albedo 2 or Mein Kampf?
You're gonna get me canceled, bro.
It's okay, dude. The crickets ain't gonna get us.
Oh, damn, bro.
Just be a big silly. Shoot. You want a real one though instead?
Yeah.
All right. Flash 106, Gorilla Grodd, Pied Piper, or Flash 110, Wally West, Weather Wizard.
Give me the Wally.
Yeah, because he's such a big deal.
Just because I loved the animated series so much growing up. Don't get me wrong, I want both. I don't have either. I don't really know which one's the better investment, but give me
I
some
don't
Wally
know.
West. Give me some Wally.
You would think Wally would be the better investment. It's only 4 issues earlier though for the Grodd. But Grodd's also sick. I mean, in his first appearance, I mean, he literally had a 3 issue run of him just escaping prison and coming back. And gorillas are cool. He's drawn cooler.
He
That's
is drawn
facts.
way cooler. Yeah.
And he showed up in like a drill like vehicle. Everyone should read the first appearance of Gorilla Grodd. Like the Grodd trilogy is sick. We should review that for the pod.
Do a Grodd origin recap.
Yeah, it's only 3 issues. It's
Yeah,
sick.
we could do that.
Put it on the docket. Let's see.
Okay.
What
Well,
else?
I got some minnows for you.
Let's catch some small fish before we get out of here.
All right. So I got like a few books in the $20 range. All right.
Okay, sick.
So are you taking an Infinity Gauntlet #1 or an Immortal Hulk issue 1?
Infinity Gauntlet.
Okay. Me too.
I think Immortal Hulk is the maybe it's sacrilege, but I think it's the better read. But Infinity Gauntlet's it's like half the basis for everyone understanding Marvel anymore. So I feel like it's timeless.
True. Okay. New Mutants 26 or Spider-Man 2099?
Wait, which one's 26? Is that Legion?
Yes.
Legion or Spidey 2099 like ASM 360 what 5 or are we talking Spider-Man 2099 1?
Yes. The latter.
Spidey 2099 1 or Legion. I have both. I bought the Legion first, I think, but I like the cover to 2099 better. But it's like kind of a second appearance. I don't know. They're so touchy on like if previews count or not. I mean, I typically don't like a preview, but in 365 for some reason I do. Ah, I do like Spider-Man 2099 probably a little bit better. So I guess I'm gonna take the 2099. I like the cover and I like the character.
Me too, even though it's not like a first full appearance or I don't
Yeah.
really know what
And
it
maybe it
is.
is first full and
Yeah.
or like second total, but
Regardless of whatever it is, you can't go wrong with spider books. All right, last $20 one I got for you. So Green Lantern 48
okay.
or Spawn issue 9.
Oh, Green Lantern. I don't give a shit about Spawn 9.
Okay, yeah, cool. Same. All right.
Easy
Um,
peasy.
all right, so I got a
Oh
few for you
shoot.
here. Are you taking Batman 656, so first full Damien, or are you
Okay.
taking Devil Dinosaur issue 1?
Devil Dinosaur.
Okay. Firestorm the Nuclear Man issue 1, or let's go Action Comics 521 first Vixen.
Wait. Firestorm or Vixen?
Yes.
Firestorm.
Okay. And last but not least in this range, Superman Adventures 5, so first live wire, or the Spectre 54, which is the new Mr. Terrific.
I mean, I'd like that book, but I think I'm taking Live Wire. I don't know. I like that book. Reminds me of my childhood.
I like the live wire more, but if they're the same price, I think I'm going to take the Spectre 54.
Makes sense.
Okay. And then my last little docket of little fishies we're talking about. Well, these might be bluegill. All right. Yeah, $100 books. So, are you taking The Boys issue 1 or Iron Man 128 Demon in a Bottle?
I guess Demon in a Bottle.
Same. I don't really like The Boys much.
Yeah, I don't care.
Homelander's cool. That's about it. Bane issue 1
Mm-hmm.
or Wolverine issue 1 of the ongoing series.
Bane. I love Bane.
All right. And then this might be an easy one. Marvel Graphic Novel 4, that New Mutants book,
Mm-hmm.
or Web of Spider-Man 118.
118.
Same.
Yeah. Those are pretty easy. I mean, there's some books where it's kind of a toss up, but like I know what I'm looking for.
Right,
That was
right.
cool.
Yeah, that's cool. You got any more?
No, I'm tapped.
Okay. Yeah, me too. I do have like a lot more probably, but we could save that for a part 2 some other day.
Yeah, I'm down to do this again. But I think we did pretty good there. I mean, the beginning started off kind of rocky, guys, if you lasted this long, but I think we figured it out towards the end there.
Yeah, when we were rattling them off pretty quick, it kind of sounded a little nicer.
And plus, I'm still in turmoil, guys. Just so you know, Joe sees me rocking back and forth like Stevie Wonder right now. It's because my stomach is fucking
Yeah, I
messed
didn't know if
up,
he was
dog.
catching a vibe or if he was pooping his pants. So
Dog, I'm
we
about
better
to.
go. We better go.
Yeah. And with that, hit me up. I'll be on the toilet on at CBJ Pod on Instagram. You could DM me while I'm on there. You could check out all our sweet pics of all the books we collect.
He'll reply while he's there as well.
Yeah, we could even video chat if you're like down. I'm just kidding. Make sure to rate, review, subscribe, all that good stuff that everyone asks for. I mean, won't hurt my feelings, but you'd certainly help them maybe. Yeah.
Your
Less anxious, less
self-esteem.
sad. Yeah.
Okay.
Less anxious, less sad. Give me a 5 star. It'd make me so happy. But that would help us find more fans and friends of the pod to share the good word with. And yeah, I mean, CBJ Podcast on Facebook. If you don't use Instagram, our Twitter is basically defunct. And we have a subreddit. You know what? I don't really use it, but that's a thing that you guys could go on and post about what the hell ever, and maybe we'll hop on there and let you know what's good. But yeah, I mean, other than that, we appreciate you listening. It's oh yeah, the subreddit is r/CBJ pod, just like everything else. So yeah, make sure to check that out too, and just start a thread on there, and we can give our opinions, hit us up, whatever. Let us know what works, what doesn't, suggestions, recommendations, questions, anything like that. And we appreciate you all for listening. We'll catch you again next time.
Later, guys.